In this video, we're going to use the graph of a linear equation to identify its slope and y-intercept. We'll then use the slope and y-intercept to write the slope-intercept form of that linear equation. So we'll be taking the graph of the linear equation and then identifying the algebraic form of that same equation. So to get started, let's recall that the slope-intercept form, in general, is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b corresponds to the y-intercept. So identifying the slope off of this graph, I'm going to look at the rise over run. And so I'll find 2 points that are easy to identify. I'm going to take the y-intercept. So I see the y-intercept is 0, -3. And then as I look at that, I want to look at what's the rise over run. And so as I do this, I just have the line. So I want to make sure that the points that I'm identifying clearly hit as points. So for example, I'm at 0, -3. I see it almost hits 1, 0, but not quite. So I want to make sure that the point I choose I can clearly see is occurring where essentially two grid lines cross. So a clear point, I can see a couple. I've got one here at -2, -8. I could also go up to 2, 2. And so I'm visually going to identify this slope. Now, if I go from one point to the other, to get there, let's go from -2, -8. I'm going to go up and then right. And as I do that, I'll count the number of units that I go up. So I go up 5 units, and then I went right 2 units. And so thinking of that slope then, up I associate with a positive number, so I'm going to go +5 over divided by +2, so that's 5 halves. So in writing that out, I'll write m as the number 5 halves. I initially wrote +5 over +2 to make sure I was keeping track of my signs, but as a number we write it as 5 halves. Now, going to the y-intercept, I can see that I have the point 0, -3. So that y-intercept is the point 0, -3. So to write y equals mx plus b, which I've said is the general slope-intercept form, I can see that m is going to be 5 halves, and the value of b, which I can determine based on the y-intercept, is going to be -3. So the slope-intercept form of this linear equation is going to be y equals 5 halves x plus a -3, which I of course simplify to y equals 5 halves x minus 3. And that y equals 5 halves x is the algebraic form of this linear equation written in slope-intercept form.